Hi guys, it's Natasha here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I just had to rant to you all because oh my god, I finally registered for classes today. So I was in registration for like what 5 hours. So it's just like I'm like over school right now already, and it hasn't even started yet. So let me walk you through what happened. Okay, so registration started today at 9:30, right? So, if you know me, I was a few minutes late. So, I got there like 9:50, so I got there like 20 minutes late. So anywho, so as soon as I got in the building, I had to stand in line. I waited in line for like 15, 20 minutes. So once I finally got in line or whatever, we got to the front of the line. The guy, he was like, he just kind of asked me like where I was from and stuff like that, and so I'm America, whatever, whatever. So he gave me like a card and pretty much told me like where my status was as far as enrollment, right? So he told me that the next phase was to go to what was it? Damn, y'all, I can't even think of the next phase. You had to pretty much like update your information in the system, in the school system. So I went there, whatever, and I pretty much did like some, confirm like your address, your number. If you have a number here for London, you pretty much, had to confirm it. I don't have a number yet, so I'm gonna get one tonight. So, yeah, so pretty much updated, and I just wanted to know like how are you going to be paying for school, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I finished that probably took like 30 minutes. So after that part, then I had to go to credit check, right? So pretty much credit check is like the people who handle like your financial aid. So I had to wait in like another little line. It was probably like 2 or 3 people ahead of me. So I had to wait in that line. And then finally, once I got to the front, the lady was like, okay, fill out this form, sign it on the back or whatever. And then after you're done filling it out, then just come give it to me. Then I'll give you a ticket. Okay, so I had to fill it out. However, the address here is like weird as crazy. It's weird as hell. So I had to, figure out how to do the address. So once I did like my address for where I'd be staying or whatever, I finally was able to turn in my packet. So I turned it in and she gave me a number, right? So I was number 36. Okay, so I sat down next to a girl. She was number 18. So I had kind of met her like the day before, because the day before we went to go pick up our biometric IDs, which is pretty much like our visa while we're here in the UK. So mine wasn't ready yet. Hers was, and it was a lot of people whose visa wasn't ready yet, and that's because right now they're on strike. For what, I have no idea, but they're on strike. So because they're on strike, a lot of our visas haven't come in yet. Okay, so anywho, so she was number 18. So I'm talking to her, whatever, and they call out the number, and they're on number 17. So I'm like, oh shit, like I'm gonna be here all day because they're just on number 17 and I'm number 36 now, right? So at this point, mind you, it's still early in the morning. It's probably around like 10 something, I want to say at this point. So I'm sitting there and, just sitting, waiting. And next thing I know, like, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm like, oh my God, I've been sitting here all day. I have not eaten. I'm thinking like enrollment is kind of like how enrollment is in the US. Like it don't take too long, but I mean, you're not there for 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe financial aid you are. However, but just to enroll in classes, like you're not there for that long. And usually you can like enroll in line. But being over here, for some reason, we couldn't enroll in line because I'm getting FAFSA is paying for my education. So their system's a little different as far as how they accept FAFSA and stuff like that. So I couldn't enroll until I came here physically and kind of got enrolled manually, right? Okay, so anywho, so finally they get to my number, right? So at this point, it's probably like after probably 2 o'clock, a little after 2 o'clock. So I finally get in there, and literally it took like 2 minutes for him to do what I had to do. He's like, oh my God, you're with FAFSA. He's like, this is going to be really easy. So literally he put in a little information or whatever and was like, okay, now you got to go to the next station. So I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? So what station am I going to now? So he's like, okay, so now you have to go to visa check. So I'm like, the hell, visa check? Like, so all right, so I have to go to the next section, which is visa check. So first you have to go to admissions, which is still a part of visa check, right? Okay, so with that, the admissions part, they pretty much like, okay, so can you please give us a hard copy of your qualifications? So pretty much my qualifications were my transcript. Luckily, now mind you, they did not tell us this. Luckily, I brought a couple official transcripts with me just for when I'm done with my master's program. I thought maybe I might want to apply for some PhD programs. So I was like, okay, well, sorry to pay for these, then, I'll just keep them just in case I need them or anything like that, right? Luckily I did. So I had two and I used one of them. So one of them I gave to the lady, and luckily, it wasn't open or anything, so she was able to accept it. She looked at it really quickly and was like, okay, you're good, whatever, whatever. She's like, okay, now you got to sit in this line right here and they're going to check your visa. So I'm like, another fucking line, right? All right, so sitting in line, y'all, I was literally in this line for like an hour and like 15 minutes or an hour and a half or something. Like, I was in there for forever. So we're like in these little chairs or whatever, and every time somebody gets up, we have to literally like move from one chair to the next chair to the next chair. Like, it wasn't like we just sit still for a minute. We were like moving constantly, right? Okay, so and the people were kind of taking forever, the people who were helping you at the desk, but for some reason it only took them like 2 minutes again to help me once again. So I'm like, so I get there and the guy was like, oh, okay, well, he asked me a couple questions or whatever, like where I'm from, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, so answer all those questions, and then he was like, okay, just make sure you come back to us so we can get a hard copy of your biometric ID. And he took also, he scanned my passport, and he scanned my temporary visa as well, right? Okay, so after I finished there or whatever, and he was like, okay, now you gotta go to the next station. So I'm like, if another station comes along, I'm going to scream, right? So at this point, it's like well after 3 o'clock. So I get to the next station, and I had to stand in another line. But this line, it only had like maybe 3 people in front of me, and they were actually moving pretty quickly. So got through that line, and when I finally got there, they was like, okay, so now we're gonna issue you your student ID. So once you get your student ID, you're officially enrolled, right? So, so I got there, whatever. He asked me like for like my passport, and he asked me for something else, right? So, I'm putting on some lip gloss, make sure I look cute for my picture or whatever. So then he tells me, okay, get ready to take your picture. So he takes the picture, and then he prints me out my card or whatever. And then, he's like, okay, now you're official. And he was like, your timetable, which is like your schedule here. That's what they call it. So they was like, okay, it'll be posted tomorrow. So Saturday, today is Friday the 23rd. So tomorrow will be the 24th. So, which is Saturday. So he was like, okay, it'll be posted on your direct student portal thing or whatever, right? So I was like, oh, okay, great. So he's like, all right, so you're done for the day, right? I was like, oh, okay, thank God. So y'all, at this point, it is 3:45 in the afternoon. Mind you, I got there at 9:50 in the morning. So at this point, mind you, I'm sick. If y'all can hear it in my voice, I'm like really, really congested, right? So what happened was when I finally got back to my room, well, before I get into my room, I went by like a coffee shop or whatever that's here on campus, and I got me like a hot chocolate and like a drink, like a soda. So I finally came back to my flat or whatever, and I ate me some lunch, well, dinner, whatever you want to call it. And then I kind of watched Power a little bit. And then after that, pretty much, I had taken some medicine. I took some Sudafed to kind of help me, since I was congested. So took a nap, and then finally woke up probably like around like 8:30ish, sometime around there. So that really helped me feel a lot better, actually. And then I also drank me some tea. I bought it from the little supermarket up the street from the school. That it's like a immune booster type of tea or something like that. So I've been kind of drinking that. It kind of helped with like my throat, kind of helped with like my immune system and stuff like that. Since I have been sick since I got here, and they call it the freshers flu. So they say everybody gets it. So, I mean, I'm getting over it slowly but surely. But, I just popped another Benadryl. So, that'll also help me for tonight. But, yeah, so that was my day today. Enrolling in classes, it was like hell pretty much. So thank God I'm done. So this upcoming week I will be vlogging. This week it's like a bunch of activities or whatever that's going on. I thought school started on the 26th of this month, which is Monday, but it doesn't. School starts October 3rd. So they said next week pretty much is like an introduction for like your department. So I meet like my professors and stuff like that. They'll go over with us as far as what we'll be learning, materials we'll need and stuff like that. And we'll also get to meet like other students that are in our program as well, right? So yeah, pretty much I'm kind of looking forward to next week, but at the same time I kind of need me some rest. So I'm just gonna kind of use this weekend to rest and get better, so that next week I'm not congested and sneezing and coughing all over the place or whatever. So I can enjoy the freshers week and the activities and stuff like that they're going to be having on campus. So yeah, I will be vlogging. Make sure you follow my vlog channel, and I'll see you guys next time.